yeah, I'm gonna just wait to see if I have video and audio. Provo, what's the deal? What's going on, man? Is the video working? Audio good, video good. All right, bueno. Let's get it. So I'm gonna give an update as to what's going on up here, over here in New York. Right now the president is talking, so I'm missing the live stream. I'll catch it later. It's just been so ongoing. FOMO, what's good, man? What's good, man? FOMO, I caught your stream last night, and man, it was a great stream. Great stream. You know, a lot of your sentiments can be echoed. You know, I echo a lot of your sentiments, and man, this is one of a kind type of situation. Of course, I'm at work. I'm forced to be at work. I say forced because I am forced to be at work. But the problem right now is what we're experiencing, as far as even not just me and my colleagues and where I work, but we are low on medical supplies. You're welcome, FOMO. We're low on medical supplies, so that's why today I'm not wearing any gloves, nor do I have a mask on, which is just the state of affairs and how things are going. Things are really shaky, man, like very incredibly uncertain. Look, there's some people in the park right here, they just want to live their lives, right? So they want to live their lives and do what they do, right? To, I guess, combat Rona. Rona's no joke, man. Rona's is tearing up the global streets right now, man. Rona is not playing. Rona ain't playing. From a government standpoint, the New York City governor, de Blasio, and the New York State governor, Cuomo, aren't seeing eye to eye, man. And this is part of what I was talking about in the past, where people, folks are just, it's like they're battling their egos against each other. Their willingness to be right and never wrong, and wielding their sticks of authority, no, do it my way, do it this way. Shelter in place is what the mayor of New York City is trying to enact, right? Governor Cuomo doesn't agree with shelter in place because of the term and its historical ramifications and how it can incite fear and alarm people to, panic. But the problem is, we know we don't want to have a state of anarchy, a global state of anarchy and chaos and just violence, fire and brimstone in the streets. But from the ground level of where we're at, like where I'm at right now, each day that I'm out here, the vibrations raise higher and higher and higher, of concern, of fear, of drama, of confusion. The list goes on and on and on. And when we have our leaders, you know what I'm saying? Like government leaders who can't really quite agree on issues that are affecting all of us, it just causes more problems to ensue. It's causing more problems to ensue because the people like us, ordinary people, right? Regular common folks, we see the handwriting on the fucking wall. excuse my language, man. I try to refrain from cursing, but this is a time where just things are a little bit different. So I'm trying to deal with the times accordingly. But we see the handwriting on the wall. We see how people are just fearful. They're storing things that, running to the stores, getting whatever they can before things run out. We know that a quarantine is coming. At this point, it's not even about speculation. At this point, it's not even about guessing, or it's risen above the level of rumors. Okay, especially if California right now is under complete lockdown. From what I saw this morning, California is under complete lockdown. And what do you think is going to happen? Like the domino effect, the trickle effect, it will land on everyone else. And especially in situations where in New York, where we have the highest cases in the state, in the country right now, we have the highest cases of people affected by corona, who've contracted corona, people who are carrying the disease. In my office alone, as recent as yesterday, 2 people confirmed. There's 2 confirmations of corona, and I'm still forced to go into that place, right? We do what we have to do. It's not just me, it's everyone else who has to serve the vulnerable population in however capacity, whether it's firemen, whether it's healthcare, whether it's policemen, whether it's people who do sanitation, whether it's people who drive trains, run trains and buses. Myself, I work with psychiatric patients. We have to provide services, right? No matter how slim and how dire or serious things are, but we don't have the adequate support. I said this in a telegram like 2 weeks ago. I said New York isn't ready. And what's the first state that came and got hit with the most so far? New York. I knew New York isn't ready for any type of cataclysmic emergency events or incidents like this. We're not ready. We're just not ready. And forgive me for not reading the comments right now. I just have to, throw my ideas out and just share, again, my ideas and my thoughts about what's going on. It's crazy. When my kids are asking me, oh, when can we go outside? I want to go outside. I want to go here. I want to go there. And I'm trying to tell them, look, as much as I would love to be outside, as much as I would love to allow to just take you out, I can't right now. I can't right now. And do the things that you want to do, I can't right now. Number 1, I have to work. And number 2, when I get back home from work, there's a curfew. There's a curfew. So we're all in this together. We're all in this in a messed up, jacked up state together. And they look at me and they're like, don't you have the answers? Don't you have the answers? Can't you just get up out of this? No, I can't. I don't have the answers. I don't have the answers. And I look at them and they, it's like they feel jailed. They feel like they're incarcerated. They feel boxed in. Cabin fever like a mother. And it's nothing there's nothing I can do right now. Because I'm doing what I have to do out here. And by the time I get to my house, they can't go out. We can go out together, but where we're going, where all the businesses are closed. And the streets are bleak. The streets are dark. The streets are empty. The streets are bare. Where are we going? So could you imagine if this has only been 1 week. 1 week. They're talking about months. They're talking about well into the summer, the end of the summer, at the earliest, to go through this for the next 5-6 months. What bailout plan? What is $1,000 for 1 month, or you have to wait? Like, you get the different phases they're talking about. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. They haven't even been clear on what phase 1 is going to look like. as far as helping me not pay my bills, but just simply feed my kids, man. Feed my kids, man. Feed our kids. It's not just me. And we're jailed. And there's only so much Monopoly you can play indoors. There's only so much card games you can play indoors. There's only so much TV you can watch. So much Netflix. There's only so much you can do on a freaking cell phone. Or a tablet or whatever instrument, laptop, computer you use to engage with your family and try to really combat this craziness that's going on in the world. This craziness that's going on at our doorstep. It's so close and at the same time so wide that we can't fathom how far reaching the effects of this can be. We can't even fathom. The more I think about it and I start to connect the dots, it becomes instantly overwhelming and I have to shut it down. I'm so fatigued and tired, bro, because my mind is working 24/7 on overdrive. And that's just not me. That's not just me. Working overdrive. Then your body has to follow. Got to get up and go out here. Or got to get up and just, pick up a couple items that you think you need before they run out from the stores. And I'm working, and the leadership at my job, don't get me started with them, yo. The leadership at my job are just as clueless, if not more. These constant emails you're getting, just emails of this, emails of that. 50% essential workers, no more than 50% essential. Meanwhile, there are no provisions in place for those of us who are there. So we're already in non-compliance on that level. We're already placing ourselves at all kinds of imminent risk. People have already been infected. I don't have gloves. I'm talking to you without a mask. Each mask that we wear gets contaminated this quick where we have to wear multiple masks during the day. Really? I'm not even a doctor. So imagine them. Imagine the practitioners, the doctors, the staff, nursing staff, period, who have to deal with this stuff. There are people who are just who broke a nail and they want to go test it for Rona. They bump their toe and they're like, "Oh, I need to see my doctor today." Folks are scared and rationality is going out of the window. They're losing their minds, man. Folks are scared. Any little pain they have in their body, they're picking up the phone. They're on the horn like, can I see my doctor so-and-so? And they're being denied. They're being told to go to the hospitals. And what do you think is going to happen at the hospitals? No, I don't want to go to the hospital. I don't want to catch Rona. I don't want to catch Rona. But what do you think? You can't come to the clinic because you're letting the paranoia, which I can't fault them for, but they're letting the fear overwhelm them. But I understand it too, because this is stressful. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Then young people out here, they're out here, they're exercising like I showed you. People over here in the parks, same park I've been coming to, they flexing, exercise, work it out, work the mind, all that great stuff. But at the same time, man, you're surrounded by Rona. They're surrounded by Rona. They're not invincible like they think. They're not invincible like they think. The hospital systems are going to be, inundated with patients who have no reason to even be there. Because of the amount of propaganda that we keep feed that the media feeds us and that we intake. That's why I had to put because I've been following, moment by moment. It's not just a day by day type of situation we're talking about here. We're talking about events that are unfolding by the moment. And however long that moment is, it could be 5 minutes, it could be half an hour, it could be an hour, ever-changing updates, constant. You know what that's doing to me psychologically and that's doing to people mentally, man? You like your eyes are wide open, you're like, yo, it's doom and gloom. It's doom and gloom. So what do you think that's gonna do to your well-being overall? How do you think you're gonna act with people and your family and relatives and loved ones and people in the community? Folks are walking around here like it's beef. And what I mean by that is this. You know, I'm walking yesterday I think it was, I had my gloves and mask on, and people are looking at me and I'm looking at them like it's on. Like, say something, do something. Like, you know, it's changing our ways and behavior, and because we're on high alert. You walking outside, you're automatically on 10. Forget walking outside, you wake up and you're automatically on 10, level 10, the highest degree. And this is how you have to carry your life throughout the whole day. It's gonna wear you down. It's gonna wear you down. Back to what I was saying, like it's automatic beef. Like people are just like giving way extra room. They're dramatic with it. They wait for you to cross, which is fine. You're practicing social distance, which people are not trained to do because there's a lack of training. So you're left with your own devices to do what it is that you're supposed to do. But there's a lack of training out here. You think we were trained to wear these masks? No, there's no time for it. You think we were trained on how to properly dispose of these gloves? No, because there's no, that's not priority right now. But guess what? We have to find a way to keep ourselves safe, but not use the tools that we're given safely to keep us from getting sick. There's too many variables in this thing that's going on over here that's causing a major, creating dysfunction and causing a major problem. Back to the shelter in place thing. So de Blasio wants shelter in place for New York. He announced that on Wednesday. So he said in 24 to 48 hours, a decision will be made to enforce shelter in place. Governor Cuomo knocked that joint down yesterday, completely debunked everything de Blasio was saying, and we're supposed to be on the same team. They've had a long-standing contentious relationship since they've both been in office. Well, since de Blasio been in office. The mayor and the governor has had a contentious relationship for a long time, and it's rearing its head again even now, where people can't get it together and watch them enforce a mandatory lockdown. You want to call it shelter in place, you want to call it self quarantine, these nice lofty labels and pretty nonsense. Call it what it's supposed to be. Call it what it's supposed to be. Call it what it's supposed to be. A mandatory lockdown. You're not going anywhere unless it's for something you need, that's important. Whatever, you want to pick up some important items. You need milk for your kids, some cereal, whatever, water if you can find it or whatever. And after that, take your fucking ass back home and stay there. And otherwise you have to suffer whatever consequences. Get locked up, whatever it is. You're already locked up in your home. Going stir crazy. People in my own job are going stir crazy. Any little thing, there's a sneeze, folks are like, yo. Any little cough, you can't even bring that thing right in my house. They had to get doused with Lysol. I mean, this is what. And then people, it's about just, I don't know what it's about anymore. People are talking about the market, this and that and this. But in times like these, when, you don't know what the market is going to look like and stuff, it's about your bare necessities. To me, it's about the bare necessities. I just had a client who's in the street. We try to get him shelter. We try to get him housing. But the man suffers with a severe, persistent mental illness. He can't get it together. The man completely delusional. Suffers from, paranoid schizophrenia. Man's on the street. Man he understands what's going on, but at the same time, he's not understanding what's going on. He's outside, man. You know how many people are like him? just in my county alone, untold amount. Because everybody we serve is not everyone who's sick. And he's out here in the street. And I'm trying to tell him, listen, man. You've been doing this for a long time. The stuff that you expected from us last week, we can't give you today. Because our hands are tied because of Rona. So please, go back to the shelter, man. Go back to that fucking cesspool. I understand it's bad, it's fucking crazy, but it's better than being outside here. Can you imagine? Can you imagine something else? People are pussyfooting around telling us to really stay home, right? Telling some of the essential staff to stay home, man. Because now I'm reduced to like sitting on my laurels doing office work, which is because the powers that be are afraid to pull the button to say, no, do this, do that, do this, do that. Meanwhile, the handwriting's on the freaking wall. People are going to be forced to stay home. So if you know that there are going to be casualties in this war against the invisible enemy, if you know they're in war, there's casualties. When we're the most prepared as we can be, you'll still inevitably experience casualties. What do you think is going to happen when we sit and take our time to make decisions that the regular people can see should be made? I mean, this goes above red tape. This goes above bureaucratic nonsense, in my opinion. Fucking make the decision, because people are going to die anyway. And what I mean by that is not to be cold and harsh. It's just a fact. We have vulnerable people out here. We can't get to everybody, man. Vulnerable population, vulnerable, the sick, the infirmed, the elderly, the homeless, who are out here, who have nothing, who have no one. And all of a sudden now it's, oh no, you're essential staff. You have to, the population, mentally ill, blah, 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 sick, homeless, blah, blah, blah. What? Now we want to enforce the rules when we're at a state of cataclysmic proportion. Like, we don't know how far this can go. We just know it's contagious and it's captured the entire world. Certain countries are not affected like other countries, like we are, for example, and in Europe and Asia. But my goodness, this is a global pandemic we're facing here. And you, at the bottom level, can make a decision to keep your staff safe. Because it's not about the staff, it's about bread, it's about money. It's not even about people, man. It's not about clients. It's not about helping consumers. It's not about helping people. It's about money, man. Come on, man. Casualties. What's up, Sonny? What's going on? It's not a good feel. Like, I'm walking around here and I don't know, I never felt this way before. Like, I feel like my back is against the wall, even though I don't have a wall behind me. I feel like my back is against some wall, and I'm facing some arduous obstacle here, man. Trying to make sense out of this stuff, yo. And then when I get back to my family, it's another issue, another set of issues I gotta deal with. Because our stress levels are magnified. You know what it's like to hear your children laugh in times where there's like impending drama. So I try to hold on to the laughter to type of quell or balance the drama. But then after a while, when I'm hearing too much laughter, and I'm like, and then they ask me some wild stuff, and I'm like, listen, let's bring it back down now. Let's bring it back to earth. Let me help you see what's going on. And then their laughing stops. That shit hurts, man. There's a line, like there's liquor stores, right? People are fighting at the liquor stores, man. Because people want to get drunk, they want to get lit, they want to get ripped. More so than ever. I don't blame them. I'm not judging them. I don't blame them. But there's fights now because liquor stores are closing at 6 p.m. Have been closing 6 p.m. in the hood. We're not talking about posh, freaking luxurious, blah, 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 localities and neighborhoods. We talk about in the freaking ghetto. Some people can't deal with issues the same like others. We have our different coping mechanisms and thresholds. So we don't all deal with stress the same. And these leaders try to have these type of even keel temperaments, but that shit is slowly eroding. You can see it. You can see eroding. Now I'm making up words. Eroding. You can see it. The layers are peeling off little by little because it's just getting too intense. It's becoming too intense, man. Too intense. Real fast. We weren't ready. What politician could ever tell you they're ready for a global event like this that's taking place? They're lying, man. They're lying to your grill. They're lying to your face. They're lying. They're lying. That's what they do. Everyone is a liar. Everyone lies. So what makes them different? What makes them different? A president of ours is telling us, he's optimistic, and that's all well and good. But I'm not optimistic as he is when I don't see milk or enough bread and no water. In the stores that we need to get to just to eat. And they're pussyfooting around with making decisions about paying mortgages, paying rent, holding off and suspending utilities and all kinds of monthly bills that we have. Instead of issuing, announcements, you're quick to judge each other for other shit. But when it comes to the real life stuff, because it might tear down your financial, bureaucratic, economic paradigm, like halt. Make the decision to help people get through this by suspending rent, mortgage, any type of bills, insurance, taxes. Man, you ain't gonna hear that. You're not gonna hear that. Not anytime soon. It's this is what's proposed, and proposed for $1,000, even if it's $2,000. Propose, and everything is about a propose, like you're about to marry a motherfucker. Oh man. The month is ending, right? In New York, the fiscal year for the state is April 1st. to March 31st. That's a fiscal year for the state. Shit fucked up right now because boom, here we are in March and we are approaching, James, what's going on? Here we are in March. ENJ, what's up, man? Here we are in March and we're approaching the end of the fiscal year, and it's just like bumble, like just nothing but pandemonium. Nobody knows what the fuck is going on, man. They're sending a ship here, a hospital ship. Shit we've never seen or heard before. I'm not in the military. I'm not in the clandestine type of operational, or, secret groups. I don't know about this shit. All I hear, some ship is coming. I got a Red Cross on it, but it's not the Red Cross. It's called Mercy, and another motherfucker is called Comfort, and they're leaving California to come to New York at some point. And it still won't be enough. Shit don't make sense, man. It doesn't make sense. None of this shit makes sense. And my dumbass supervisors, yo. Oh my God. I feel like blowing them up, like not in a literal term, but exposing their dumbasses, man. They so stupid. I mean, worse than any type of feeble-minded crypto promoter that you know. These real-life idiots are so dumb. We were, for example, these... they told us to, they gave us instructions on how to conduct our duties. We had to do everything different, right? Because the majority of my work is in the field, meaning outside of the office. I have to meet my clients everywhere and anywhere they're at. So they pulled us in, right? They pulled us into the freaking office, right? So each week we got to give them, a schedule of who we're going to see, what we're going to do for the following week. Here it comes Friday, today. These idiots ask everyone in the unit, in the office, don't forget to give me your schedules for this week. For this week, on Friday, they're asking us to give them schedules that we should have gave them last week for this week. They're asking us today to give them schedules. Meanwhile, we were just in the office. They saw all of us. Like, this is the cognitive dissonance. This is how disconnected. This is why I get, like, when I talk about the leaders who don't know shit, or who do, and they just not connected with the people, man. But they want that money, they want the fucking recognition, they want the authority, and then when the real shit hits, when it's time for you to mobilize and push buttons, and these are supposed to be men, you act like straight bitches. That shit is deplorable to me, man. I can't stand a man who acts worse than a female, yo. I don't give a fuck. Like, make a decision, man. You're in a position of authority. Push the fucking button, and then deal with the consequences. At least you were man enough to do something that made sense. They were asking us to give schedules for this week. Meanwhile, come on, man. You knew where we were. You know what we're doing. Dummies, man. And have no heart to go against the status quo. See, if I was younger. When I was younger, I was very distracted. I was distracted. I was distracted. Opportunities came and went for me, but I'm in a union, right? And I've been in unions, different unions, from working, in different capacity for the better part of my career. Since '93, and. Unions there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that were fought historically within unions. Man, like some people tell me today, they're like, you know what? We need you in the union, man. We need you. I mean, I'm a member, but I'm not an official. I'm good with that, because at this point in my life, it's about the quality of life. Because I know how I get. Like if I fight for people, if I'm fighting because it's a cause that I believe in my blood that is right. And I don't care what the repercussions are. That's how I've always been. But when I see men who are in a position where they can wield some type of authority and they don't exercise their mind in such a way to help the people by making certain decisions and putting your fucking foot down and saying, you know what, boom, shelter in place, boom, don't come to the office, boom, just do what you got to do and deal with the consequences later, you lose all my respect, man, for whatever it's worth. You lose my respect. Because now this is about a person's livelihood. This is about a person's livelihood that's connected with other people who are connected with other people. You're talking about families. You're talking about communities that are being adversely affected by the lack of decision making, the lack of willingness for people to exercise their better minds to make decisions. It's hard. When you're a leader, it's hard. It's not easy to make. You got to make hard decisions. You got to have conversations you can't stand. You have to have those ugly types of conversations. You got to make the worst types of decisions. That's very hard, but that's what you're in a position for. That's why everyone can't lead. But want to lead. They want the power. They can't, but they can't do it. They can't do it, man. They can't do it. I was by myself. Let me tell you, I work in a unit of 30 people, right? In one unit, 30 people. And I had to fight a battle alone, man. I had to fight this battle alone. And I laid it out. I laid it out for these motherfuckers. I said, look, we all a team. We're supposed to do X, Y, and Z. This is what's afforded to us. This is not a privilege. This is part of our compensation. It is part of our compensation. What did these motherfuckers do? Turn their backs on me. And I'm fighting for money. What I was doing was fighting for money that we were owed, that we did not get for 10 years. I joined the scene, I joined the union, and I caught wind of that. And I'm like, and you bitches let this shit go for so long? And fuck that. Y'all ain't about shit. Y'all just want to party, get high, drink, suck each other off, fuck each other off, and just act like everything is status quo. And then the powers that be are telling us we need to do X, Y, and Z, and they're not paying us? Come on, man. Put the pen to the paper, man. Put the pen to the fucking paper. Exercise my right. I had to do that shit. I fought for 2 years by myself and got everything that we were owed by myself too. And who took the fucking credit for it? My bitch ass supervisor, who I said, listen, I'm gonna do this because you haven't done this. He said, okay. When everything resolved and was settled, and I brought it up to him again in another conversation in a different context, he was like, no, I was the one who fought for it. And I'm like, you bitch made motherfucker, get the fuck out of my face. And couldn't fire me because of the policies and how things work in where I work. Just couldn't let me go. So it's whatever. I'm a grown ass man anyway, man. Come on, man. Look at this shit. Nothing. The P's, the projects, nothing though. Look, this park is usually flooded. A month ago, packed even in the wintertime. Motherfuckers playing soccer and shit. Whatever, volleyball, little cars in the background row, nothing. Nothing. Nothing, man. I put, and I'm out here too again, like, this is why, and I bring it back. I bring it back to crypto. I bring it back to crypto. But crypto can't work without the people, man. We have the tech in place, so now we need to work that tech. We need to work it. As a collective, we need to work it. Because Rona ain't playing, right? So we need to work this fucking technology. Man, and go past like these old ass ideals and ancient ass practices that these fuckers don't want to see the truth in what we have going on in crypto, man. They don't want to see the truth, because how's voting going to happen if this shit continues with Rona? If this nonsense continues with Rona towards the end of this year during like voting season, because this is the year for the United States, you think really people are going to come outside to vote? Meanwhile, they could have had something set up on a blockchain, make it very simple, user friendly and everything. No problem. 1, 2, 3. But they so fucking like they want so much control. They don't want to have anybody have more control than them. They want to put their fucking feet on our necks. You know, it's twofold and everything. I get it, man. But my goodness, man. You know, people are out of work right now. They lost their jobs on the spot. Today this is the last day they got paid. They don't know when they're gonna get paid again. So now they dangle a $1,000 carrot in front of you. Oh, you know, you're gonna get this $1,000 relief carrot. This $1,000, this $1,000. Like what are you supposed to do with that, man? What are you supposed to do with that? Because when you gonna get the 1,000 again? But if you had something in place consistent on the freaking blockchain, you wouldn't have to worry about getting your, you don't know when, but you're getting your $1,000 relief, if it's gonna even be that. And when you're gonna get another little crumb of $1,000, you don't know. That's the shit that annoys me with shit, and how I see, you know, because it's through all of this, right? Amidst all of these problems and drama, because I know I'm complaining a lot, because I don't care. Fuck it, I complain. That's what I do. I also laugh too, but now's not the time to be laughing. With all this shit going on, yo, there's always light at the end of the fucking tunnel, man. There's always light. I see it, and people understand. People who understand what crypto is bringing to the. Look at now more than ever. Crypto is going to prove once again why it even exists. Once again, folks are afraid to hear that the banks are going to be shut down, because they got to do their bank runs. Again, if people go to the banks just to try to close all their accounts, everyone cannot get their money from these banks. If that's not the loudest sounding, freaking resounding call to wake up, I don't know what else is. But that's the truth. People are still asleep when it comes to shit like that. But if it was crypto and you have your wallet and you working with decentralization and everything, it's you have your stuff, you have your keys, you have your crypto, my goodness. And then on and off ramp opportunities to just deal directly with crypto, it's you and crypto. Come on, how powerful this is, man. How powerful this can be right now to really put its purpose and evidence, give the evidence, to show its worth, to show its value, to show its truth. Now is the time. Now is the time. We're living something worse than 2008, which sparked the whole introduction of Satoshi's white paper. We're living something worse than that. Worse than that. And fuck a conference. I don't want to hear shit about no goddamn conference, man. Oh, we're gonna go to that conference. Oh, hey Joe, how's your blockchain project going? Well, Sue, it's going real good. That's good. And then yeah, your ICO, IEO, SPO, XYZ. Yeah, but I was good. Fuck all that. Come on, man. Yeah, it's important. We need that shit. We need to rise above all that shit, though, man. Too many goddamn conferences, motherfuckers with the tags, acting like, you know, they're some kind of entertainment, music production, whatever, VIP. Yeah, well, you know, I'm on a table, and I'm a panel, and fuck all that, man. I got time for that. Man. March 26th bank run. Yo, man, I don't know, man. Are you gonna go to the conference? The Telemundo conference? The XYZ conference? The blockchain conference? You gonna go to this? No, nobody care. Right now, nobody care. Nobody care. Nobody care. Nobody care about no conference, man. Short-sighted. We're too short-sighted. Come on, we can't repeat the same short-sightedness that we had, or maybe no-sightedness, because I didn't know about crypto in 2008, 2009. I didn't know about it. Or 2010, I might have heard about it, didn't respect it. And look, if we knew, if all of us right now, if we really paid attention to crypto back then, how we would be feeling today. So now it's like a global reset. Like I like the term that Saint coined, a global reset. Okay, so if it's resetting and crypto, blockchain tech is in place right now. So, opportunity. It's opportunity. Not to be fear and fearful and riddled with panic and shit, even though there's a lot of shit to be crazed about, but it's beyond our hands, because we all got to go at some point, but fuck it, we got to live and do the best we can. But look, this is opportunity. There's an opportunity right here, man. Come vent on DOC. You know what it is, man? It's not that I don't like to vent on DOC. And, even FOMO stream, it's not that I don't like to vent. It's just when I get home, man, I got other things going on. So it's hard to, juggle and et cetera, because, it's just, I'm active like that. But, I try sometimes to chime in. That's why I haven't really stayed on at length. You see, I'm most of my time I spend, when I'm doing videos, like now in the daytime, if I'm, not working, I'm making videos during the day when I have a little bit of time, like nuggets of time. But right now, shit is crucial, man. Shit is crucial, man. Shit is crucial. I don't have time, listen, man. I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know what to say anymore. I just be careful. Just be careful, because there's only so much cleaning and recleaning. I just saw and the conspiracies, the conspiracy theories are on fire right now. When that's why sometimes you gotta just put the shit down and just breathe, because I just listened to some gentleman. I'm not gonna disrespect. I don't know. This guy talk about how, biochemists, something with like molecular structure, and the Rona, and how viruses, the soil is like an intermediary between the virus and people, because how soils break down compounds. And I'm like, yo, you're speaking like I don't have the patience and the fortitude and the willingness right now to listen to this. But the bottom line was, if you keep your hands dirty, like how children play in the soil, and children don't like to keep their hands dirty, don't like to keep their hands clean, that can be used as an agent or as a method to fight against Rona. So effectively, he's saying cleaning your hands incessantly every day is a bad idea. Because what you're doing is you're not allowing the natural properties, like, dirt, to really attack or combat or fight corona. Like, whoa. Whether it's efficacy is tried and true or not, I had to just shut the thing down. I had to shut the thing down. Now I'm going to go back and figure out what's what. Figure out what the latest news is, because every hour some latest stuff is huddles. People, water cooler. People are just talking, huddling. People not, it's crazy. It's crazy out here. It's crazy out here, man. Like. There's nothing. Like nothing. Like, come on, son. Oh, you guys, man. Thank you guys for, hanging out with me. I aspire to have more free time eventually. I aspire to have more free time so that I can just do what it is, continue to do what it is that I love, to continue to do the stuff that I love to do, which one of them is this, talking, making videos, creating content and stuff, and engaging with solid individuals like all of you viewers. You know what I mean? Oh man, God bless you all, man. FOMO, Sonny, Provo, James Doe. James Doe has bars on the low too, man. James Doe, when I put some of my freestyles out, I see how you be writing your bars, man. I think you have bars on the low. You're an MC on the low, man. And FOMO, your editing game is up. Your editing game is up. It's definitely up. Talk to y'all later. Peace.